have 2 road games this week at Colorado College and Air Force.
Yep. So a split weekend for us against 2 quality opponents, but in actuality, I thought we played the best soccer we've played all year in both games. I kind of thought statistically and possessionally we were dominant against San Jose State, and they finished it in overtime and we didn't. So you give them credit for playing a good game. I just thought that was a good soccer game. Both teams played really well. Both teams like to keep a ball and have a good style to what they do, and I just enjoyed that game. It was kind of a heartbreaker though, and then after you play that way and you lose that way, you get a little bit nervous going into Sunday's game, but I thought we were outstanding on Sunday, and we were lucky enough on Sunday to finally finish. So statistically, we actually weren't that dominant, but we were just, our rate of finishing was outstanding. So that was a great confidence builder for us against a good Fresno State team. And now we go up to play Colorado College, who's kind of a perennial dominant team in the Mountain West, and Air Force on Sunday. So we sit in a position where we could potentially win the conference, and we can sit in a position where we could potentially not even go to the tournament. It's just everyone's beating everyone again. So kind of a fun conference this year. It makes the whole thing pretty exciting for us.
So your team is peaking right now?
I hope so. I mean, I feel like we think so. The players, I mean, to lose a game like we lost on Friday night and to still, like, there was just a good atmosphere on Saturday. Like, they knew we did the right things, and soccer's just a little bit cruel sometimes. I know all sports are, but every sport I've ever played, I feel like soccer, that happens more frequently when the better team sometimes doesn't win the game. So I think they felt good about it, because even though we beat Colorado State, I don't think we played well. And, you know, it's just, when the energy's right and the atmosphere's right, like the results matter, but not quite as much as how you feel. So I think we were pretty pleased with how we played, and then to keep that rolling into Sunday, kind of hope now that things are clicking at the right time of year.
Hey, Coach, you got 3 games left.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to see this tournament? Because it sounds like you're coming in peaking at the right time, and it looks to me the tournament's pretty wide open.
The tournament's completely wide open. I mean, I think of the 12 teams, only 2 are mathematically eliminated at this point, which is crazy. Normally at this time of year, you kind of have a pretty good idea, other than are you going to be 4, 5, or 6 in the tournament. But it's a situation where San Jose State and San Diego State are kind of the only 2 that are really in control of their destiny. We need someone to nick a result off San Jose State, and then we need to win out if we want to get one of those top 2 spots, which is our goal, because obviously a bye going to the tournament is helpful. But we still have, I think, 3 of the toughest teams left. Air Force hasn't had the results, but they've taken everybody to a really good game. And you go play them at Air Force isn't easy. So it's still completely wide open.
So you have to win the tournament to get in the NCAA.
Correct. Yeah, we get 1 automatic bid in the Mountain West, and it's the winner of the tournament, not the season.
So what's Colorado College look like?
Colorado College, I mean, after we lost on Friday night, they were all alone in 3rd. So they're good, and they're a possession-oriented team, and they're really organized in how they defend. And when you watch them play, they have a very set system, and they're organized. And anytime you play a team that's organized at their hometown, and for them, it's kind of a must-win, because they obviously want to bump back up to where they're fighting for a top 2 seed as well. So it's a really tough game for us, but it's a game that I like. Again, I like when you play teams that play soccer instead of some of just the really direct kind of physical teams. I mean, that to me is just not as pretty as when you play a team like Colorado College. So we're looking forward to playing another team that wants to play and wants to keep the ball a little bit.
In terms of the balance scoring, you have a lot of different people who can score goals for you guys. I mean, how important is it to kind of have that balance where you can count on a number of different people?
Yeah. Our 6 goals this weekend were 6 different players, which is kind of unheard of, actually. So I think that's a really positive sign, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's when you have different people contributing in different ways, and I think we had, of the assists, I think that was 7 different people. Our outside backs are scoring goals. I mean, it just kind of shows that we're getting involved in the attack, and a lot of different people are playing a role. And I think they feel that. Like, everybody kind of wants a piece of that, and are doing a really good job. We were talking on the way over here about players that were really standouts, and there's so many of them this weekend. I mean, I think Maddie Olguin, who's our senior forward, her work rate's unbelievable. Every team we play always says they'd kill to have a Maddie Olguin on their team. Cassie had a great weekend in goal, some big-time saves off some breakaways. Alyssa Coonrad tied an unbelievable goal to tie it up against San Jose State from left defender. So we were pretty pleased with the entire group effort.
Do you prefer to kind of have that balance going a little bit over like 1 or 2 key go-to people?
You'd love to have someone that scores. I mean, we'd love to have like a Chris Wehan, who scores goals every game. We'd love to have someone like that. But on the same hand, I think it's a positive sign when you're getting significant contribution. And it's not like it was all their first goal. It's a lot of people this is their 4th and 5th goal. So it's a pretty balanced attack. It's not kind of a one-off, So I'll take it. I'm happy anytime we score a goal. It doesn't need to be a pretty one. I'll take any goal.
Anything else? Okay.
Thank you, guys.